When I said that these niggas are not your friend, I didn't say that to further perpetuate a gender war. I was just speaking not only just based off of my own experience, but the things that are happening around you and I in real time. I was just on this man's live and he was actually hosting with a woman, and a caller came up to the mic, and he had expressed that he had male and female friends, and the host started to berate him and said, like, what can you do with a female friend? Like, are you trying to stick your dick in him and da 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 da? Like, he was just kind of just like berating him, being very condescending, gaslighting him, basically essentially challenging his manhood because he held space in his life for women that were outside of just using them for his own sexual gratification. And he was saying, like, yeah, sometimes I go to the pool hall with them, sometimes we just talk, like sometimes I play Call of Duty, blah blah blah. And this man was essentially trying to emasculate this man on the phone because he has been brought up to be anti-woman, based off of the societal patriarchal standards that were given to him, and I'm pretty sure men around him. This is very common. A lot of men and boys think that they should be anti-girl, so they shouldn't hang around them, they shouldn't talk to them, because for whatever reason, if he is exhibiting any kind of feminine energy, which is in all of us, we all have feminine and masculine energy. But if he at all is expressing that in a way that doesn't necessarily fit into what society says that he can do, and he isn't using women for sexual gratification and other acts of servitude, then he's seen as a pussy and he's seen as a bitch. Which isn't true. It isn't true at all. So again, it isn't necessarily anti-feminine, it's anti-woman. The less woman you are, the more man you are. So this man couldn't comprehend, and he couldn't fathom like how this man could possibly be around these women without trying to stick his dick inside of them. And unfortunately, a lot of niggas think that way. So like I said, when you think about your romantic partnerships, when you think about your friendships with the opposite sex, ask yourself a question and pay attention. Don't even ask them, but pay attention. Do they actually see value in women that they cannot benefit from? From the old woman who's carrying her bags across the street who needs help, from the pharmacist that, just would appreciate it. Thank you for providing services, for a waitress or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who he isn't, necessarily attracted to. Does he see value in those kind of women? You can see through different kind of interactions, and that probably will take you several months up into a year for you to actually see like who this man truly is. So again, you can ask him right out. I mean, I personally wouldn't do that because I like to see how people are, not what they tell me, because anybody could feed you a fable. But a lot of these men, outside of acts of servitude and outside of giving them sexual gratification and maybe incubating them with a goddamn baby, they don't see any value in women. I listened to this man berate this guy so bad because he just said that he valued women and their friendship. And he couldn't comprehend in his mind and try to cut down his manhood because he held space in seeing women as human beings and not just things to be fucked on. So when I say these niggas aren't your friends, that is real time reality. These aren't just conversations that are going on the internet. These are people who get off the internet and perform in real life. So when people say, oh, the internet is not real, it very much is. People bring their real thoughts onto this motherfucker and say them in real time. So you have to be very cognizant about who you have around you. Like me personally, I don't take offense to niggas. When I say that I don't have male friends and I could just be friendly with them, it just means I'm not allowing them to use up my emotional or physical labor or even psychologically. Like I'm just not allowing them the space to do that. Unless you are like my brother or something and you're coming to me with advice, or you're like my homeboy that I knew from like way back in the day. But even that, like I'm not sitting on the phone for hours talking to niggas. I'm not allowing niggas to trauma dump on me and emotionally dump on me. I'm not allowing that, because when you think about the average like I said, relationship with just between a man and a woman, a lot of the times these guys who call themselves your quote unquote friends, your bros, these niggas are just waiting their turn. And you can definitely tell by their energy. Some people are covert and some people are overt with their advances. You just gonna have to really truly see. But if you see that this person is constantly coming to you, requiring your attention, texting you day in, day out, just expecting labor out of you, whether it be like coming over your house and cooking him a meal or, whatever it may be, pay attention to if you are receiving that same energy back. If it's not that, then that's not your friend. That's just somebody using you and taking up space and, again, sucking you of your divine energy. Even when it comes to a lot of times when these guys don't necessarily they don't necessarily find them attractive, they will still use them for their emotional labor. Oh, I'm not attracted to her, but she'll still allow me to, call and text her whenever the fuck I feel like. I could still pop up at her house and she'll probably cook me a meal, and I could possibly even fuck on her because in his head he think you don't got nothing going on, and he thinks that he is obligated access to you because he doesn't see you that way. But if he felt like it, he feel like, fuck it, I could. And he will use you for those different kind of things. So again, you have to pay attention. You have to watch out for the different kind of people who are trying to take up space in your life. I don't fuck with these niggas at all. And it's not that I wouldn't allow people to come into my life who I feel like were deserving, but that is something that I would have to vet for a very long time for me to actually call a nigga my friend. Because if I'm calling you my friend, bitch, you're a family. Your family. So like I said, I'm not friends with these niggas, but I'm friendly. We can briefly have a conversation, chop it up, whatever the case may be, and then I'm going about my way. Don't think you're gonna be on my phone every day. Don't think we're gonna chop it every week. No, 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 no. If you want a girlfriend, go get one. I'm not trying to be that. You hear me? So again, y'all do what y'all want. I'm gonna do what I will, and I'll talk to y'all later.